Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I put out videos 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how busy I am and how much time I have. So if anybody doesn't recognize this house, this is from the Addams family, from the 1992 and 1993 movies. And this was for a collab on Instagram. If you want to check out the hashtag, it's Spooky Sim Collab. And I'm pretty sure everybody's using that hashtag when they upload their builds to the gallery as well. So if you don't have Instagram, you can always check them out on the gallery. And everybody involved is so nice. This was a really nice collab. A lot of great, talented people that worked on this. And initially when Bunsime brought this collab idea and told me about it, right away I knew I wanted to do this house. So I had this house in mind for the spooky season regardless, and I was so excited when the month of October first started, because I had so many ideas of things I wanted to build. This is my first year actually playing The Sims for the holidays and everything. I only picked The Sims back up, or actually I should say purchased The Sims 4 for the first time in, I think, February. So I don't know what month it was. It was this year though. So I really never got to experience it. So I had a lot of ideas for the coming spooky season, and this was my idea. So right away I knew what I wanted to do, and I actually got started on this right away. So I watched the movie. Luckily, they were both on Netflix just to get a refresher. And I wasn't 100% if I wanted to do this particular design of the house, or if I wanted to do the one from the original Addams Family. And that show was all in black and white and everything. And it was really cool. And I remember as a young kid watching the original Addams Family at my grandparents' house in black and white. And my mom liked to watch it. I always grew up watching a lot of spooky stuff. My mom really let me watch a lot of horror movies as a young kid. So, yeah, that was fun. But I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do. But growing up, I always watched this one a lot too. So this one was more, I saw this one when I was obviously a little older. So this one I was more interested in. And I watched the movies again. I took tons of pictures. I was standing in front of my TV taking pictures of the movie while I was watching it and pausing it so that I could get an accurate depiction of the house. And the windows have a green inlay in them. And so I was like, okay, the vampire windows are so perfect for this. And that just really worked out well. And when I thought of the Addams Family house, I can't picture that it would be green and have green windows. But when you look really close in the movie, they do. So I think my favorite part of this whole build was doing the clutter and the interior. And I never really enjoy doing that. It's not something I ever really, take a lot of time on. And I really had so much fun with this. I think that's why I've really enjoyed doing so many spooky builds for this month, because a lot of stuff you could really clutter and you could make it look, a little crazy. And just, that's why I've had fun doing it. It's just been definitely a learning experience for me, and a bit of a growing experience as far as what I like to do in The Sims. So it's been a great month, and I still have one more build for you guys. So that's coming tomorrow. That's for this really cool collab. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's Simhane 2020 is the hashtag for it. And that's a huge collab. So you'll see that tomorrow. And I'm really happy to kind of wrap up this month, to be honest. It's been a little hectic as far as just life and builds and how much spooky stuff I've actually done. But I have enjoyed every single one that I've done. And now I'm so excited because the holiday season is coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. I have a few builds that I've been wanting to start and do, and I really haven't been able to because I was working on these builds. So the one for today and tomorrow, they've both taken me a very long time to do. And yeah, so the room that I'm working on right now is actually in the movie. Gomez, I guess, I guess he is a sword fighter, or he does fencing or something to that nature. And in the movie, when the beginning of it, when the lawyer first comes over to the house, they have like a little sword fight or fencing. I don't know what it is, like I said, but and this room was decorated with all these different swords all over the walls, and I just thought it looked really cool. So I really wanted to include this room. And, you know, it was very difficult for me. Oh, JJ's sitting next to me. So if you hear him, he's having his bottle. But I really wanted to include this room. And when I was trying to figure out the layout, it was very difficult for me to figure out. There's this office sort of area where the fencing is happening. And then this other room is like a living area, I guess, or like a little study. And then beyond that, there's a secret door with a bookcase, and beyond that is this room that leads to the basement, basically, or underground. So I did really want to include that. I thought it was so cool, and you know, it's a really fun part of the movie. They go down this big slide into the basement, and there's a whole like lake down there, or like a canal, and then it leads to where all their gold is. So this item from the ceiling decorations from Journey to Batuu was perfect to recreate this big machine that they stand under and pull this chain and then go into the basement. So, like I said, this was so much fun, and I really wanted to talk to you guys about all the rooms in it. So the two rooms that I'm now working on, those are for Wednesday and Pugsley. Those are the two older kids that are in the first movie. And I kind of took my own liberties with this one. I didn't really, you know, have much footage to go by for their rooms. So I just kind of went off of their personalities. And I thought adding this purple for Wednesday would be really fun because maybe she's a little girly and she has this really dark sort of gothic room, and I really wanted to play off of that. Oh my goodness, JJ's like, get off, mommy, we gotta play. He's kicking his legs all around. So sorry guys. Anyways, and then for Pugsley's room, I thought it'd be really cool if I made this like whole wall where he has all these like insects and bugs and different things. So I did that, and both rooms were so fun to do. And the wall where I put all the insects, I thought, well, they need lights for their tanks. So I used all these different industrial looking lights around all the bug areas. You'll see me putting it together. And I put a lot of cobwebs. And I just sort of changed some of the light colors and made them look green. And I really played a lot with the lighting, which if you've heard some of my previous videos, I've been doing that a lot lately. And it really, really adds to the build. So you guys should definitely try it if you've never messed around with changing the lighting colors. And if you don't know, you can click on a light while you're in live mode and you can change the colors that way. You can also set how bright you want them to be, or if you want them to be dimmer. So yeah, after I finished this room, the other bedroom that I worked on, this ended up being 5 bedrooms. So I did Wednesday and Pugsley's room, and there's a baby in the second movie. So I did this really creepy, cool nursery for the baby, and I made it all blue, and I used a lot of different carpets, and I just tried to make it look like really kooky, like this really nice fancy bedroom, but it's also really scary looking and maybe a little disturbing. You'll see when it comes up. But this room that I'm working on right now is for Gomez and Morticia. And in the movie, it's just really black and dark. And I just thought it would be fun to make it sort of, I don't know, a little fancy. Like, I feel like the whole house has tons of cobwebs and spiders and things like that, which is one of my favorite things ever, that the cobwebs that you use from the vampire pack get actual spiders that crawl around in them. I think that's such a cool little feature. Yeah, JJ said that he likes that too. That was good timing, JJ. So, yeah, I thought it would be fun to include the roses because they do a dance in the movie, and they have a rose in their mouth that they pass back and forth. So, I thought that would be a cool little touch to put that on the bed. And yeah, now you can see I'm working on the baby's room, and you can see I just tried to keep it still eclectic the way the rest of the house is, but I also still wanted it to feel sort of creepy, you know, like why would they have these things in a child's room kind of thing. But yeah, that was fun too. So the other rooms that I worked on, oh my goodness, I am so sorry today, guys. He's really yelling today. I'm not cutting this out. Not doing it. Sorry. So I worked on some bathrooms. I made them really fun. I didn't see any bathrooms in the movie, I don't think. So I didn't, you know, have anything to go off. So again, I kept with this sort of chic look, and I kept the bathrooms really fancy, and I wanted everything to sort of look like really out of place and just really kooky. So I did them both, the upstairs bathroom sort of in the same way. You know, one of them I put lots of candles, red candles, and just made it, you know, all black and red. And this room that I'm working on is the last bedroom. This is Fester's bedroom. So when he comes there and he goes to the house, that bedroom hasn't been touched in like years. They've kept it for him. So I put a lot of cobwebs. I made it look really dirty as I could. And I tried to keep the layout that's in the movie. And this one was really fun because it was really grungy and sort of opposite of what the rest of the house really looks like. And you can see here as I'm working on the downstairs basement that I told you guys about that has this sort of canal in it. And I wasn't sure how I was going to make it work to make the whole ceiling, it has all these arches on it. And there's lots of fog and lighting and little candles around. And they take a boat from one end to the other end to their sort of like man cave. And then there's a secret door to the treasure, I guess you could say, all the gold that the Addams family has. So I sized up these arches for the doorways, and yeah, I mean, they have the gap on the top of them, so it's not 100% ideal, but for the look that I was going for and to kind of show it to you guys, I wanted it to look like when you were, you know, sitting in the boat, that you would see all these arches all around you, and I think it actually came out pretty cool. So working in the basement is a little difficult. I haven't done it, you know, frequently, but for some reason the game gets a little funky when you start working in the basement. Like I wasn't allowed to put any rocks in certain areas, like in the water, like some of the debug rocks. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or what, but it just wasn't working properly for some reason. So now you can see, I mean, I'm calling it a man cave because they watched a movie in there, but it wasn't really like a man cave. It actually, a fun fact about it is in the original series, there was this big bear in their living room, this big giant taxidermy bear in their living room when you first walked in the house, or like the entry area, I guess you could call it. And that's in this movie. So I think they sort of tried to replicate the room from the first original Addams family and put it in the basement. So I thought that was a cool touch. And then, you know, in the movie Fester, oh my goodness, you are so noisy. I'm sorry, guys. In the movie, I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if he's going to be quieter, but we just got to get this done. I got to get this video out to you guys. So anyways, in the movie, Fester finds this like bookshelf, same concept as upstairs, in this sort of man cave that they have. And while Gomez has his back turned, he turns the secret door and he sees this big thing of gold. So Yeah, it was really fun. It was really just cool to do. And, now I'm working on the outside, the landscaping. I kept it with mostly dead plants and things like that. I did try to replicate the cemetery. You can see here with all the statues and everything. But, it was hard to do. That was probably the hardest part for some reason. But then I just covered the outside of the house, and yeah, I did a whole tour for you guys. There's like 1 or 2 rooms that I didn't include in the initial video. There was a lot of footage that I cut out. This video was really long. When I first shortened all the clips that I had, it was 40 minutes long. So I got it down pretty low compared to what it was. And watching my videos back, sometimes I just think, oh my God, what were you doing? Because I spend so much time just looking at the build and forgetting to stop recording and things like that. So yeah, here's the video tour. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please let me know what you think. I can't wait to show you guys my build for tomorrow. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to me and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Like I said, I put out videos 2 or 3 times a week, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.